Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakonomics, and in today's video, I am unboxing and customizing one of the most controversial shoes of the year. The reason why these sneakers are so controversial is because they are so incredibly ugly. The release of this shoe prompted a lot of people to wonder whether or not this was just an epic troll from Cactus Plant Flea Market. If you enjoy incredible sneaker content like this, feel free to subscribe. And if you do enjoy this video, feel free to hit the like button, for it does stimulate the video's appearance within the algorithm and helps to increase my reach. So I haven't even unboxed them at all, so we are gonna go through the process together from start to finish, and I am planning on customizing this shoe in this video. And so let us get into it. I copped these from StockX, and so here we go. We have the brown Nike box. We've got Add Sunshine on the side of the lid there. On the front of the box next to the label, you have got the yin and yang sign, which is something that's used by CPFM a lot. Into the box, and first things first, we have the dust bag slash towel. It's like a towel dust bag, which is pretty cool. Sort of use that for a bit of a towel to wipe the sweat down while I try to customize these today. And then into the shoes, here we go. Wowee, holy shit. Fucking hell, man. So here you can see just why they are so controversial. They are a big mess. Right, so on the left shoe, you've got this hang tag, which says, "I've been growing, please trim excess material before wear." So this is a sneaker that you are encouraged to customize. I think you'd be pretty brave to be wearing these as they are. They come with 1, 2, 3 sets of laces, including a thin set and then a big thick rope set, which is probably the sets I'll opt in for once we customize these. They also come with these swooshes, which we are going to attempt to stick on during the customization process, and hopefully we can pull it off. Do you think should we go reverse swoosh? I don't know, or should we go normal? I'm not sure. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You've actually got 2 different midsole colors. One is kind of like a cement, like a rough cement, or almost like a pebble dash, I suppose you might call it if you're into your building terminology. And then on the other side, it's a bit more like dirt or soil. So you have these different midsoles, which just adds to the craziness. They're not that bad, honestly. Nah. Come on, you gotta think outside the box. All in all, it's a crazy pair in hand. Now you might be thinking, bro, what motivated you to buy these? And I'll tell you the reason why I bought these. 1, I just think they're wild and crazy. 2, they are green, which is my favorite color. 3, I thought the customization of these would be quite a fun process, and it would be a cool, fun video to make. So without any further ado, I'm gonna take you guys downstairs where I've set up a little area to go through the customization process. So let's get into it.
It's terrible.
Come on, babes. All right, so here we are. This is the setup for the customization process. So in terms of the kits that we have, I don't have clippers, but I do have 2 sets of scissors that I'm gonna be using to trim it down. Don't have Gorilla Glue, but I have some super glue in order to affix the swooshes. I know there's a lot of people out there that are going to be thinking, bro, what have you done? What have you done buying these? And listen, I understand that these look horrible as they are now, but I honestly think that once these are trimmed down and the swoosh is stuck on, they are low-key fire. In fact, they're high-key fire. Let's get into it. We're gonna start by removing the laces first, obviously, and then I'm gonna try and maybe brush out the hair a little bit to kind of get a sort of sense for how we're gonna do this, and then we're just gonna go full-on attack mode. So first things first, the laces. I mean, I think these laces are really cool, actually. These could be the ones I opt in for once we are all done here. As you pull out the laces, you start pulling out the hair, which is, I guess, a good start. Okay, so I've already had like one fail here. These scissors here aren't particularly good, and these are also pretty crap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically just going to like just hack away in the beginning here and try to like get a sense for the shape. I'm not gonna take like too much off because I sort of want the cut to be even. And just bear this in mind, fam, like I am pretty crap when it comes to like this kind of stuff. This is probably, in all honesty, going to be a pretty rough job, but I'm gonna gonna try my best to give it like maybe like a number 4 all over. And they're already like sort of starting to look way better even though I've just started attacking here. So, oh, nearly cut myself, that's brilliant. So I'm opting for like the pinch technique, where I'm just sort of like pinching a little clump and then zinging it off. Fuck. The magnitude of the task in front of me has just now dawned upon me. This is gonna take a little while. And my missus was not impressed with these. Like, I did tell her about them. I sort of said, yo man, I've got these pretty crazy shoes that you're probably gonna hate. And when I showed them to her, oh yeah, the hate was confirmed.
It's terrible.
This bit's kind of cool. See how they got like the yin and yang sign here? So I'm gonna once again try, oh man, I'm sure I'm gonna chop my fingers. That's the bit that we want to keep visible. But you can see that already, I mean, already they're looking a little bit better, and I'm only, you know, 5 minutes in. Up the pace a little bit, come on. Don't need to worry, don't need to hold back. Just go for it, son. Just go for it. But I gotta say, like, low key, this is a pretty cool like experience. Like, I can imagine if you were maybe, if you had like a nephew or like a son that was mad into sneakers and maybe content creation. I mean, it's kind of like the dream content creator sneaker right here. You get to buy a pretty cool pair of shoes that's like mad triggering and clickbaity just by itself. And then you get to customize it, and it's quite a cathartic experience, trimming it down, literally customizing them to your very own taste. But I gotta say, I love the green. The green is definitely it for me. I haven't really created like a rhythm yet or established a sort of like strategy here. I'm still kind of just hacking. I would like to say we're getting there, but not quite. I'm gonna make such a big mess as well. You just gotta be careful because you've got the sort of like the wings here for the lace flap that I'm just mindful of nicking, where I don't really want to sort of damage the shoe, even though I'm all out damaging it here by slicing it up. I don't want to, you know, damage any part that's integral, should we say. I guess like if you're a barber, you know, like if you are already a bit of a technician with the scissors and clippers, this would probably be like a bit of fun for you. Like you'd be able to kill this in no time. But like I said, for me, someone that's not very like arty, someone that isn't very savvy when it comes to like handiwork, nah man, I'm not that guy. I am not that guy, pal. This is like low-key a really cool sneaker to come out this year. Like I'm pretty tempted to put these like in the top 10, maybe even like, fuck, who knows, the top 5, man. I just, almost just to be like a bit of a contrarian, because so many people this year put this shoe as like the worst shoe of the year. And I kind of like the idea of going a little bit against the grain, but I bet you there's gonna be so many people disagreeing with that and thinking, nah bro, these are shit bro, don't try and fool yourself cuz they are shit. Right, so you can sort of start to see the shape of the shoe a little bit now. I still haven't gone around the back, but you can sort of see it starting to take a little bit of shape. There's a little stash pocket in here as well where you can put your jelly beans, which is pretty cool. Just got to be careful on the back bit because you've got like a little pull tab on the back, so just be careful not to sort of snip, or fuck, just as I say that. I watched my boy Matt Shout out to Matt, the boys DTX, guys go give them a follow. I know Matt from TikTok, and I think I remember watching his video where he's chopping these down, and there was a quote, I remember him saying something along the lines of, you know, like, I'm wondering how I ended up here in life cutting up a pair of bright green hairy shoes on YouTube. So I'm wondering what happened in my life that brought me to a point where I'm here making a video on YouTube. I've kicked my missus, who's trying to watch Christmas movies on the telly, out so that I can completely mess up the dining room table here and give some shoes a haircut for views on YouTube. Like, what the heck, man? What? I'm kind of caught up between trying to make some really intricate incisions and then just absolute flagrant butchery. Basically got to get like the pull and tug method going in order to like slice through it. So I'm trying to deliver some like awesome commentary at the same time. Do you know what I should do? I should get like the little brush thing going. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm actually brushing the shoes. I guess this is an option if you want to just be incredibly thorough. This is actually kind of like a good tech is to pull out any like knots so you can keep attacking. We're nearly kind of there. There's just a few like Sherman clumps that I could probably tidy up a little bit. I think it would be at this point that you would get out the clippers. My tips for you guys would be, make sure you've got some good scissors. Clippers aren't essential, but they'll definitely help a little bit if you want to get a nice even all over length. And just budget a good 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking I might keep it about there, maybe just like tidy off some clumps and then try sticking the swoosh on. It's definitely looking a lot better. I mean, considering where they come from, like this is like my hair almost. There's the before and there's the after. I mean, it's still not quite the after yet. Like I'll probably tidy them up just a little bit more, but you can see they've gone from being wild, untamed, absolute prehistoric caveman to somewhat metrosexual. All right, so this is pretty much what we are dealing with at the moment. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I do have like a couple of cheeky bald spots, but I feel like the length is sweet as, you know, they look way better. They still look furry, so they've still got the whole kind of like bear look. They give me, you know, like SB Baby Bears or Grateful Dead vibes. They definitely look cool. So the last thing we have to do is we've got to put the swoosh on. So there's an open question around the swoosh. Does it go on like normal, like that? Or do we go like full on hype beast mode and go reverse? Reverse swoosh. I kind of think the reverse swoosh looks kind of cool, man. What do you guys think? The only problem with going reverse is the swoosh is like in really tight to the yin yang logo, where it kind of looks a little bit busy around that portion of the shoe. Whereas obviously if you put it on normal, then, you know, there's a bit of space between the logos. So I don't know, I'm tempted to go reverse just to make them like a little bit freaky, but I don't know. I think I'll probably just go normal. I think normal, man. Let's go normal. I don't know. Would be interesting. I mean, I think ultimately it would kind of go there to sort of like follow that line. And then it would also kind of like run up nicely against the midsole. Be interesting. I mean, it would have been cool to do like a poll. I would have gone with whatever everyone thought. I'm leaning towards just going normal, I think. So fuck, let's try this. All right, so I'm just gonna go for it. Like I'm thinking that's about where I'm gonna place it. Feel like that kind of like lines up with that line nicely. Yeah, fuck. This is a bit of a nervy moment because I don't really want to mess this part up, but that's kind of what we're gonna be shooting for. I'm just going with super glue. You know, I probably could have gone a little bit fancier with like some Gorilla or contact cements, but this has got high viscosity. And anything that's got high viscosity has got to be good. Here we go. So here is a little look at what we started with, just for reference. And this is how they turned out. Ooh, fire. I'm actually really stoked with them. I think they are awesome. The swoosh seems like it's gonna stay on. I might need to touch it up a little bit to ensure it stays on, especially this back bit here. But what do you guys think? I think it's a dub. I suppose the last thing to do is to chuck them on feet, and then we're there.